you're with a person that sometimes at their lowest. You're really helping them out. You're not just. It's not just like you're going to putting a spoon in something and stirring it. You got to, you really have, because some people are going to jail here, and they really need to be helped out. My name's Diyan Coe. I'm Isabel Coe's eldest daughter. I've been involved in Aboriginal politics all my life, mate. Since my mother was over there getting arrested at the 10 Embassy when she was pregnant with me, so that's how far back I've been. My grandfather, Les Coe, he was one of the first Aboriginal field officers here. I went to school here in Cowra, and then I left. I was working with the Aboriginal Development Commission first. I come back home because my uncle passed away. That's what brought me home, and there was a traineeship at the time going for the Aboriginal Legal Service. Stephen Ingram, he was already a field officer there. I applied for it, and I think there was several people that applied for it, but because I knew a lot more of the history, and my uncle Paul Coe, he was one of the first people to start the legal service off with many others. Well, it wasn't just him, but there were many others with him. Started the legal service off, and I was working there I'd done a 12-month traineeship. Now I used to go away with Rainer a lot, because sometimes Stephen being the head field officer, he had to go to another place, get everything adjourned from a court session to another day when Rainer could be there, so I'd go off with Rainer on to wherever she was, because as a trainee I had to be with the solicitor, help the solicitor write statements down if people wanted to give statements. First time I ever went to a jail was with Stephen, was with the field officer, and that was to Bathurst Jail. And we actually went into the jail, we went right in where you go and visit the cells. So, and like we went into X-Wing, we weren't allowed in the main, but we were allowed in X-Wing. And like me being a girl, you had to be careful, in things and what you dressed and stuff like that. You had to wear long pants, boots, and blah, blah, blah. I went track pants, me, because I just tried to look as much as a boy was, a tomboy. Anyways, but I enjoyed working for the legal service. My grandmother was the office manager, Raina Pettit. I've known her since she became a solicitor for the Aboriginal Legal Service. She said, live at home with us first. When she first came to Cowra, well, Stephen, he's my older cousin, he's like my big brother, and we grew up together. And then Delphine Bamblet, she was the receptionist. But we all got along good. I enjoyed working with them all, actually. My grandmother was pretty strict, made sure it was a 9 to 5, right down to 9 to 5 too. No 5 to 5 leaving. They set a system up where head office, this is when computers all could run in conjunction with each other when they started that, where you where your client got into trouble, you went and took all what happened to them, what the outcome was, and then that was sent straight to head office. And that's what Delphine would do, answer the phones, filing, mailing, whatever had to be done. In New South Wales, this is where a lot of the people that have started the fight for land rights come from. Mum Shirl, Paul Coe, Isabel Coe, and several other people, but Dinky Davis, there's several other people, but Isabel Coe married Billy Craigie. There's another person, that come into our family connection. Jenny Coe married Lowell Munro. There's another, Aboriginal activist in the family. But my father was Les Collins. See, and that was my mother's first husband. So there's another. They were all, some way connection with Aboriginal land rights, and it all started with what I believe was because black fellas were getting locked up. The old people here on the mission used to say, oh, he's going to be a smart boy, that Paul. Was he always asked why. Now I remember them saying that when he moved, because the older people that were around, they were talking about him back then. He went down to Sydney, and there was a few of them down there. They kicked off the Aboriginal Legal Service. Later on come the Aboriginal Children's Service with it too, that run in conjunction with it, and I work for them too as a field officer. So yeah, Rain has been around a very long time. I'm telling you now, Rain has been around. I was a child. I was still going to school when Raina was here. First started here. She'd know a lot, so I'd go to church with Raina. That's the only thing. Chock and her used to say, well, you come to church with me, Stephen, and I'll go. And Chock would say, well, you can come to the pub with me then. But Raina never went to the pub. Chock said, I'm not going to church either. That's how they used to get on, And don't say something that you tell them something that you can't do, because you don't promise nobody something in jail. And they'll tell you that, If you're going to do something, you're going to say, you tell them, you go and be sincere to them. Like, don't go in there and say, oh, I'll make sure I do this for you, brother. You make sure you do that, and you come out and you do it, because that, if you don't do things like that, you know, word gets around. Jails are only small. They get around, and they go from one jail to the next, and they carry it. Oh, but don't trust them because they won't do nothing. You know, they only say they do it, but it's important that you carry on what you've said you've done for them people in jail, because they can't do a lot of things. You know what I mean? Because they're in jail, they can't get out and make a phone call every day, or get on, and especially when their kids are involved. You know, because that used to make me sad when they couldn't get to see their children, and they're in jail. Because they're in jail, they're classed as nothing in the law. You know, with their family courts and stuff like that. Of course, they're locked up, incarcerated. But when they come out, it's a different story. Then they've got to rehabilitate, and they've got to show that they're rehabilitated, and then they've got to do all these things to show that, so they can get their kids back. And you help with that too. So there was a lot of things that you helped with. I've seen a few little brothers being sent away to jail homes. They come out worse. They went in, and they were, you know, little naive little kids. They come out and they were worse than what they went in there. I remember they were post office box, PO Box 6. I even remember our phone number, 422053, you know, things like that. And because it was a legal service number, we had a number at our house too. That was like a 24-hour. My house was a 24-hour place, and they'd get out of bed and go out. My grandparents would get out of bed and go down to the police station when Aboriginal people were locked up. And they'd know, you know, they'd be glad to see you. It's good, always good to see another Aboriginal. That's the best thing about it, seeing an Aboriginal person helping you that's going to represent you. That's the best thing about it. And seeing someone black helping you out, mate.